Hey everyone! So we are back this week with Teen Wolf Season 3, Episode 4 called Unleashed. If you guys haven't checked out my other episode reviews already, I will put links here, here, and here for all three of them of the previous 3 episodes. So, I'm going to get started on this, as you know, recap, likes, dislikes, and looking forward. So, here we go. This episode, we have another person going missing. Yep. And we also kind of have a Derek teacher moment, which is kind of nice. We have him kind of checking up on her and seeing how she's doing, which is really sweet. We also even get to see Derek smile, which is really nice. We haven't seen that in a while. We kind of have this really funny, sexy scene with Styles kind of telling Scott that someone has to sex him up. So he's not the next victim of these sacrifices, and kind of on cue, Danny kind of offers up, but of course he's kidding. Next we have Isaac and the twins kind of starting this rivalry that continues throughout the episode. The person that went missing at the beginning of the episode is actually found dead. So that's number 1 of the second set of 3s. Next we have Derek and Cora kind of having a sibling bonding moment, but are interrupted quite suddenly by Deucalion and 2 other alphas. So this whole meeting is kind of letting Derek know that he's going to have to kill one of the betas, which is basically the ones that are left are Boyd, Scott, and Isaac. So yeah, and basically when he kills one of them, he's basically going to want to kill all of them because it brings him more power. And we also learn in this little jaunt that Deucalion is known as the Demon Wolf, which makes him kind of scarier. We have 2 of the following people in our group getting detentions, Allison and Isaac. And basically Allison gets one for sleeping in class, and she even has a moment with the guidance counselor, which we saw in I think 2 episodes back. And then we also have Isaac getting detention because of the twins' rivalry. When they are in this detention, Isaac and Allison kind of get stuck in this janitor's closet. And this really reminds Isaac of the times that his dad locked him up in the cooler. So he really freaks out and he actually scratches Allison. And Scott saves them, thankfully. And he apologizes to Allison. It was just a really freak out, kind of scary moment. And so, getting back to the Alpha Twins, we have Scott, Isaac, and Allison teaming up and riding Aiden, one of the twins' motorcycles, and taking parts out of it, and actually bringing this bike into the school and eventually getting Aiden suspended, which is one of my all-time favorite scenes in this episode. Next, we have Styles going to the vet during his free period, trying to figure out more history behind what's going on, since the vet is one of the people that kind of knows stuff that we don't know, and kind of interesting. So we kind of find some history behind that stuff. And while we are having Styles figure out the history, we have Lydia drawing a tree. She did one of her weird kind of don't know where I am kind of things. And Lydia, of course, finds out that the music teacher has gone missing. So we have Lydia, Styles, and the vet trying to figure out the 3 sacrifices are actually military people. And they also includes the chemistry teacher, Mr. Harris, which ends up dead at the end of the episode, which is kind of interesting. Lastly, in the end, we have Derek kicking Isaac out of his loft and into the street, and he basically ends up at Scott's house, which I think that'll make for a very good episode next week, hopefully. Likes to this episode, I have Scott, Isaac, and Allison teaming up against the werewolf twins, which I thought was amazing. I thought that was one of the best scenes of this episode. And also the kind of sexy scene with Styles trying to get someone to sex him up, which that was so funny. I love him. Dislikes this episode are us learning that Derek kind of has to kill his own pack, and that's kind of, I think, it's going to be kind of tragic. And another thing is that I don't really know where this season's heading. I mean, I know we're trying to figure out the sacrifices, and we're gonna have to eventually go towards Derek's gonna eventually try and kill someone, but I'm kind of lost. To tell everyone the truth, I'm kind of lost of where it's all kind of gonna mesh together, because I don't know where the sacrifices go with the alphas, and I don't know where the alphas and the killing goes together. I am just kind of lost. So if anyone has any suggestions of what's going on, let me know in the comments below. Looking forward, we have episode 5 called Frayed. As always, I will put a trailer right here. And that is all I have today. If you guys like this, give it a thumbs up, and I will continue doing these. Yes, I will see you guys next week. Bye.